I'm getting ready to make another segmented bowl, and here you can see I've got the first bowl ring put together. I say first, it's going to be the only one that's going to comprise the main body of the bowl. This is the top surface, which is not yet trimmed off. You can see I've got these uneven inserts sticking up still, but the bottom is sanded flat, and that will go on the base. The base is going to be this piece of bird's eye maple. Now, this is on the waste block, which is yet to be put onto the faceplate. And there's even a smaller waste block here, which will allow me to get into the foot a little more as I turn it. I've got it planned out, so I know I like it a little bit smaller there. It's still plenty big enough to hold the scale of bowl that I'm going to mount on it. The thing is, you can see that this is still very rough. That's intentional, because I'll put this on the faceplate and turn that surface smooth rather than sand it. That way there I know that this surface will be perfectly perpendicular to the axis of the lathe, and then everything I put on top of it will then be square and true. But something I want to point out is that if you look down the throat, I hope I can give this a good view, you can see that it's really not big enough to be the actual base of this bowl. That's because I planned this to have another layer in there, and that will be of contrasting wood, and I've already cut the pieces out. They're right here. I'm jumbling these up on purpose. For one thing, I want to show you that they were cut from a plank at 45 degree and then square. So you can see I cut the 45 and then I cut it square to get this piece, and I just repeat the process till I had all 8 pieces. When you get 8 pieces like this, and these are real simple, these are not exotic cuts, they're just 45 degrees. There's many different ways to assemble these into a circle. 8 pieces will give you a circle, but you can put them together in many different ways. You can see I'm just kind of jumbling along here. You can see you get 2 square blocks, and they go together, and then you can do the same on the other half and draw a circle. You'll still get a circle. But I want to optimize the value of the wood, and so I'm going to put them together, and I'll put them together first and let you watch, and then I'm going to point out a detail that is often, at best, glossed over, if it's even mentioned. See, when you do segmented turning, unlike a flat board that you could put to make the interface, you can avoid or at least minimize the amount of end grain that you end up with. And I'll show you a detail beyond that simple statement that will help you along. Now, let's get this centered for you so I can show you what I'm going to do. You can see I've got a circle here, and this has a void in the middle, which is fine. That's going to occur anyway because I'm going to turn it out if it wasn't already there, and it gives me enough diameter to accept this, and it'll be a nice contracting intersection to these laminations. But now I know I want to do something a little different. I'm turning these pieces, not all of them, and then I'm going to explain why I'm doing that. Now, you see I still got the same circle. Why did I turn those pieces? Well, if you look carefully, you can see the grain is running this way, and this way, and this way. All the end grain is butted up to the adjacent pieces. If I don't flip this around, for instance, if I leave this piece like this, I'll still get a circle, but then as I cut that circle, I've got end grain on the edge. And we all know that end grain is not our friend. That's why they invented so much sandpaper. But you can minimize the amount of end grain by simply flipping the piece. Now you've still got your circle, and you've minimized the amount of end grain in your final construction. That's the detail I wanted to share with you. Now I'm going to go ahead and glue this together with some contrasting veneer, much as you see I've done here. And then this will go on there. But first, I'll make this ring, glue it, sand one side. I will turn this surface. Remember, this is going to go on the faceplate. And this is going to be turned true to the lathe. And then when I have one of these surfaces true, I'll glue that surface to here, and then I'll turn that surface before I mount the ring. I still got to build another ring for what will become the top lip of this bowl. And I just wanted to show you the little detail about how to carefully keep track of your grain orientation when you're doing a segmented layout, because anytime you get the opportunity to avoid end grain on the edge, you take that opportunity. Thank you.